What if I told you, your dreams are not just goals you chase, but a love story waiting for you to stay? There was a time when your dream first walked into your life and everything changed. It didn't knock. It didn't ask for permission. It just appeared, like love always does. Suddenly, your heart felt alive. You could see a future you had never imagined before. You smiled for no reason. You stayed awake at night thinking about it. You told yourself, this is it, this is what I was meant for. In the beginning, loving your dream was easy. Just like love, it felt magical. Every step forward felt like a victory. Every small progress made your heart race. You didn't care about the obstacles because passion made you blind to fear. You believed in it with everything you had. But then, something changed. The excitement faded. The nights got longer. The path became unclear. You started doubting yourself. And your dream, the one that once made you feel alive, now felt distant, cold, almost unreachable. And that's when most people walk away. Because they think the feeling is gone. But what if I told you, real love begins when the feeling disappears? You see, anyone can love something when it's easy. Anyone can stay when everything is going right. But the truth is, love, real love, is tested in silence, in distance, in pain. And your dream, it tests you the same way. There will be days when it feels like your dream doesn't love you back. Days when you give everything and get nothing in return. Days when you question why you even started. But that's not the end of your story. That's the moment your love becomes real. Because love is not just a feeling. It's a decision. It's choosing to stay when leaving would be easier. It's choosing to believe when doubt is louder. It's choosing to fight for something that hasn't yet fought for you. Think about it, if you quit now, what happens? Your dream doesn't disappear. It stays in your heart. It becomes a memory that haunts you. A what if that whispers to you at night. A love story that never got its ending. And that pain is far greater than the struggle of holding on. Because losing something you love hurts. But walking away from it yourself, that pain stays forever. So don't quit. Not because it's easy. Not because you feel motivated every day. But because somewhere deep inside you, you still care. And that care, that quiet, stubborn, unexplainable connection, is your truth. Your dream is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be loyal. Loyal when it's hard. Loyal when it's slow. Loyal when no one else believes in you. Because just like love, dreams don't reward those who feel the most, they reward those who stay the longest. One day, you'll look back at this moment, the doubt, the pain, the struggle, and you'll realize something powerful. You didn't lose your dream. You fought for it. And in that fight, you didn't just achieve something, you became someone. Someone stronger. Someone braver. Someone who understands that love is not about how it begins, but about how it endures. So if you're tired, rest, but don't quit. If you're hurt, heal, but don't quit. If you're lost, pause, but don't quit. Because your dream, the one that once made your heart race, is still waiting for you. Not for the perfect version of you, but for the one who refuses to walk away. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't the end of your story. Maybe this is the part where love becomes real. Dreams feel like love, exciting at the beginning, overwhelming in their beauty, and almost impossible to ignore. When a dream first enters your life, it doesn't come quietly. It arrives with intensity, like a spark that sets your entire heart on fire. Suddenly, everything feels different. The ordinary becomes meaningful, the future becomes brighter, and you find yourself imagining a life you never thought possible. Just like falling in love, your dream makes you feel alive in ways you can't fully explain. In those early moments, you don't question anything. You don't doubt the path or your ability to walk it. You simply believe. You believe in the possibility, in the outcome, and most importantly, in yourself. Every small step forward feels like progress worth celebrating. Even the challenges seem exciting because they are part of something bigger, something that feels deeply personal. You wake up with purpose, and you go to sleep with hope, replaying your vision over and over again in your mind. Just like love, your dream becomes something you want to talk about all the time. You share it with others, hoping they feel the same excitement you do. Sometimes they understand, sometimes they don't, but it doesn't matter because your connection to your dream feels strong enough to stand on its own. You carry it with you everywhere, like a secret that brings you comfort and energy at the same time. There is also a kind of innocence in this stage. You don't yet know how difficult the journey will become. You don't see the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt, or the times when things won't go your way. And maybe that's what makes the beginning so beautiful. It's pure, untouched by fear or failure. It's driven entirely by passion and desire. In this phase, your dream feels perfect. It feels like something that could never hurt you, something that will always bring you happiness. And just like love, you believe it will stay this way forever, that the excitement will never fade, that the connection will never weaken, and that nothing will ever come between you and what you feel so deeply inside. The pain of waiting and the regret of quitting are two emotions that often stand quietly on opposite sides of your journey, both asking you to choose. Waiting is heavy. It tests your patience in ways you never expected. It stretches time, making days feel longer and nights feel even more restless. When you are waiting for your dream to unfold, it can feel like you are giving everything without receiving anything in return. Effort goes unnoticed, progress feels slow, and the distance between where you are and where you want to be seems endless. In those moments, waiting begins to hurt. You start questioning whether it's worth it. You wonder if all the time, energy, and emotion you've invested will ever lead to something real. Doubt slowly creeps in, whispering that maybe you're wasting your life chasing something that may never happen. And just like in love, waiting for something that matters deeply to you can feel almost unbearable, because you care so much and yet you have so little control over the outcome. But then there is the other side, the regret of quitting. This pain is quieter at first, almost invisible, but far more lasting. When you walk away from your dream, the struggle disappears, but so does the possibility. You may feel relief in the beginning, a sense of escape from the pressure and uncertainty. Yet over time, that relief turns into something else. It becomes a question that never fully leaves you: what if you had stayed? Regret has a way of returning in the most unexpected moments. It shows up when you see someone else achieve what you once wanted. It appears when you think about the person you could have become. It lingers in the background, reminding you that you didn't fail because you couldn't continue, but because you chose not to. Unlike waiting, which holds pain in the present, regret stretches into the future. It becomes a permanent part of your story, something you carry with you long after the moment has passed. Waiting may test your strength, but quitting rewrites your identity, turning a story of possibility into a story of what could have been. Loyalty to your dream is tested most when it feels like your dream has stopped loving you back. In the beginning, everything feels mutual. You give your time, your energy, your passion, and it seems like your dream responds with progress, excitement, and small victories that keep your heart engaged. There is a rhythm, a connection that feels alive, like both you and your dream are moving toward each other. But then there comes a phase where that connection feels one-sided. You continue to show up, you continue to give, but the results slow down or disappear completely. The same dream that once inspired you now feels distant. It no longer gives you the same joy, the same reassurance, or the same signs that you are on the right path. And in that silence, it becomes easy to feel abandoned, as if something that once meant everything to you has quietly drifted away. This is where loyalty becomes real. Not when everything is working, not when you feel inspired every day, but when you feel nothing and still choose to stay. It's similar to loving someone through distance, through misunderstandings, through moments when the connection feels fragile. Loyalty is not built on constant happiness, it is built on commitment during uncertainty. Staying loyal to your dream means continuing even when there is no applause, no recognition, and no immediate reward. It means trusting something you cannot yet see, holding on to a belief that has no visible proof in the present moment. It requires you to rely on something deeper than motivation, something stronger than temporary emotions. There will be times when your dream feels silent, when it gives you no sign that your efforts matter. In those moments, it may feel easier to walk away, to protect yourself from disappointment. But loyalty asks you to do the opposite. It asks you to remain, to endure, and to keep showing up with the same dedication you had in the beginning, even when the feeling has faded and the connection feels uncertain. Growth happens in the silence, in the quiet moments where nothing seems to be changing, yet everything inside you is slowly transforming. It's not loud, it's not visible, and it rarely gets noticed by others. Just like love that deepens over time, true growth doesn't rely on constant excitement or dramatic moments. It happens in stillness, in patience, and in the spaces where you feel like nothing is working. When you are chasing a dream, there are phases where progress is obvious. You can measure it, celebrate it, and share it. But there are also long stretches where there is no clear sign that you are moving forward. No recognition, no results, no external proof that your effort is leading somewhere meaningful. These are the moments that feel the heaviest, because they challenge your belief in ways that success never could. In this silence, something deeper begins to form. You start to develop resilience without even realizing it. You learn how to continue without constant validation. You become more patient, more focused, and more aware of your own strength. It's similar to a relationship that moves beyond surface-level emotions, where love is no longer about excitement alone but about understanding, trust, and endurance. Silence forces you to listen to yourself. Without noise or distraction, you begin to face your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities. You start to understand what truly matters and why you began this journey in the first place. This kind of reflection is not easy, but it is necessary for growth that lasts. Just like love that matures over time, your connection with your dream becomes less about temporary feelings and more about a deeper bond. It's no longer just about what you want to achieve, but about who you are becoming in the process. The silence may feel uncomfortable, but it is shaping you in ways that visible progress never could, preparing you for a version of success that requires not just passion, but strength, patience, and unwavering belief. True success belongs to those who stay, not to those who only feel. Feelings are powerful, but they are also temporary. They rise and fall, shifting with circumstances, moods, and moments. In the beginning of any dream, feelings are strong. You feel excited, motivated, and unstoppable, as if nothing could ever break your connection with what you desire. But just like in love, those intense emotions are not designed to last forever in their original form. There comes a time when the feelings fade. Not because the dream has lost its value, but because the journey demands something deeper than emotion. This is where many people begin to drift away. They mistake the absence of excitement for a sign that something is wrong. They believe that if they no longer feel the same passion, then maybe the dream is no longer meant for them. But success has never been about who feels the most. It has always been about who stays when the feeling disappears. Staying requires a different kind of strength. It means showing up on days when you don't feel inspired, continuing when progress is slow, and holding on to your path even when your heart feels uncertain. It's a quiet kind of determination, one that doesn't rely on motivation but on discipline and commitment. In love, the strongest relationships are not the ones filled with constant excitement, but the ones where both people choose each other every day, even in ordinary moments. In the same way, the strongest connection to your dream is built through consistency, not emotion. It's about choosing your dream again and again, even when it feels routine, even when it feels difficult, even when it feels distant. Those who succeed are not always the most talented or the most passionate at the start. They are the ones who refuse to leave. They endure the boredom, the setbacks, and the uncertainty. They continue to invest in something that doesn't always give immediate returns. And over time, that consistency turns into progress, that progress turns into results, and those results become the reality they once imagined.